driver is Kyle Jenny.
Mandel Racing, number 66 from Stafford Springs, Aaron Goff.
Then it will be car number 95 in the A-Place flipping and signing car, Vinny A-Place.
Brucker Motorsports, car number 22 from Stafford Springs, Wesley Brucker.
Car number 71 will be next in the LaPooch Motorsports car. Here is Pete LaPooch.
RH2A Radio brings us car number 2 from Paul French from Andover, Connecticut.
He's back in car number 28 from Westwood, Mass, Al Wizialko.
Mayhem Motorsports, car number 64 from Berlin, Connecticut, Mark Alkes.
Staffco Race Chassis brings us car number 40. The driver is Kyle Trainer.
Manchester Glass, Carlos Gray out of Manchester, Connecticut.
In car number 12 in the Auto House car, Rick Dulac and Nate Putko from Douglas will be next.
Field is under green. The Extra Mart Extra D event is on the line. As they hit down the back straightaway, Peyton Henry wastes no time at all and moves to the front of the class.
And in our ride car, that's Kimberly Wirtz riding with Bob Potter.
Back off turn number 4. 3 wide action in the bottom of the top 3. Charlene right there to the inside. Bottom shot on turn 2. Here comes Glenn Griswold, but we've got a yellow. Caution is out for a spin in turn number 4. And it looks like the 24 machine, Matt, that spins from Douglas, Mass.
Nathan Pitko, his first time ever. You need is a smartphone and the app Periscope, and you will be able to peer through all the replays. So a great innovation, and it doesn't matter where you're sitting. You can go to your phone and see all the exciting replays. We have a great crew that captures those replays, a great TV crew. And by getting Periscope, you can see how well they capture the action here.
We'll talk to you under the next caution and tell you what Darren Ayotte is working on. And that, of course, is also big news for tonight's feature events. Back up through the gears, Extra Mart, Extra D action. As moving to the outside, Glenn Griswold. The old warhorse is looking racy tonight. And looking, trouble. Jenny is in problem with that 17 car. And that right front wheel, you see it bouncing around, but believe it or not, it is tethered. That means tied to the front suspension of the racetrack. In the old days, when a wheel came off like that, it might have bounced off into the parking lot or into an area. They will be the gentleman that recaps both the modifieds and the midgets.
Okay, quick trivia question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Who are the only 2 drivers to win the Boston Louis and the Sprint Sizzler?
Wow, that's a good one.
And the answer to that question, hopefully maybe a few of the fans know, 2 drivers who won both the Boston Louis and the Sprint Sizzler. Bobby Santos and Doug Kobe.
There you go. And we also have another special birthday wish going on, Matt.
And we would like to wish a happy birthday to Megan Gangaway from your family with love. So Megan Gangaway, hope you will be having a great day. 4th of July, they'll be having a lot of celebrations for you.
Green is back out. And this time, Peyton Henry is making Glenn Griswold work for it. And now Henry's car got evil. Oh, Copsick gets bounced around.
And he gets pounded by Vinny Glaze in a 95.
Vinny Glaze had no place to go at all in that little jingle.
There was nothing he could do to avoid contact.
Nope. As it appeared that Copsick, he got pushed around just a bit, just hard racing, bounced off the white retaining wall in the back.
Maybe the top 15. Maybe you're an angry individual and you'll want to invert the entire field. All those stories and more. And talk about the money. I told you earlier that we are very fortunate and lucky because the money is coming in ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching in this Gambler Challenge. $3,900, and it continues to grow. John, Les, and Pat, we appreciate all that you have done in contributing to this. So we've got an awful lot of great stuff. Of course, our friends from Dunleavy Truck and Trailer Repair. And right now, back to Extra Mart, Extra D. And we got a picture-perfect start, but, well, not really. It looked good after the fact, but it didn't look good when it all went green.
No, I think we will take another picture and do it over again with Glenn Griswold and Peyton Henry in the front row. Peyton Henry, a college student, as he goes to Wentworth College in Boston, and he says the best thing about going to a college in Boston, he's within walking distance of Fenway Park, and he's able to go to a lot of Red Sox games. Kind of I don't know what's more, college tuition or the price of a Red Sox ticket. They're probably about the same.
I think you're right with that one, Matt.
But Peyton is able to go to Fenway Park a lot, and one of the advantages of going to school at Wentworth University.
Okay, let's see what we're going to do again. They re-rack the field in this Extra D event from Extra Mart. And let's see if we can do it and get it right this time. There's the green. And that was a good one, Matt.
Yeah, that was a picture that we will keep. But look at Beaujolais on the outside of Dular. Beaujolais is able to rocket his way into the top three.
Peyton Henry continues to string it out. Glenn Griswold rides the inside lane, and he takes Peyton Henry a little high that time. But Peyton Henry fights back, and Glenn Griswold continues to guard the bottom. Oh, trouble.
Around goes Jake off. Car number 07, turn 2.
Rucker got on the binders hard.
And he is tangled in the weeds.
No.
Now Jake off is coming out.
Oh, he started to go, and then all of a sudden it stopped. And that brings out a caution. And it's coming up on Friday, July 17th. Days Flea Market and Craft Fair on Sunday, July 19th. Wild Thing Carts on Mondays here at the Speedway. And don't miss the biggest payday coming up next Friday night, the SK 5K. Savage Brothers Band, they're good. Jim was talking a lot about that earlier, and some great music, the kind that we like, Matt.
Well, the iconic Connecticut band, the Savage Brothers, been around for a long time. They are Connecticut's band. They will be performing prior to the races on next Friday night. So everybody knows them. They've heard of what a great job they do, and the Savage Brothers will be here.
You know, I'm looking down from our broadcast booth, and I just saw a couple of fans with their phones. What do you think they were doing, Matt?
They were hopefully watching the replays on Periscope.
That's right.
And I have also been paying one eye to our ride car, and Kimberly Wirtz is really having a great ride because Bob Potter is doing a great job. In this type of a race, I think Bob is at his best. And I think Kimberly is getting a view of Stafford Speedway that few people, few fans have ever experienced. So that could be you in that car. And I think Bob is going all out tonight to give Kimberly something that she will never forget. And I guess Kimberly didn't find out until yesterday morning that her family surprised her with this ride in a car, and she has been in the orbit ever since. And I think that feeling is not wearing off.
I think you're right, and what a great gift. And you could surprise somebody, and you could do the same, or you could even surprise yourself and do it for yourself, because it's all available. Just call the Speedway office. It's simple, it's easy, it's inexpensive, it's fun, and it's something that you can check off on your bucket list that, wow, it is the thrill of a lifetime. Okay, Tim Bennett is ready. There's the green. And Glenn Griswold maintains that lower line. But look at Peyton Henry. Up on the wheel, high, wide, and handsome, as the old saying goes, as he contends in the outside groove.
Boy, the Warhorse tonight looks like American Pharaoh in the Belmont Stakes because Glenn Griswold is holding his own against a youngster, Peyton Henry. Great fracas for third. Doulard in trouble in car number 16.
That set off the ripple effect, and the Shark machine was stuck in the outside lane, but he was okay as they rumble back to turn number 1. Griswold again tries to fight back, but he cannot get the job done. He still is there and applying the pressure. Look at Nick Salva now, continuing to work his magic mat on the inside, as it is Daniel Wesson right there to contend with him.
He's able to vapor trail his way underneath Wesson. Now he is going after DJ Burnham. Burnham is lucky that he is finishing laps tonight, something he has been unable to do. Peyton Henry has the lead, but he is getting a visit right now from Glenn Griswold. And Beaujolais has picked up his game in third place.
Let's look a little further back in the field, and Burnham is now up to the top 5, forcing the Sharks, Charland, in the 6th position. Nick Salva is up to the 7th spot. Who's a mover and shaker now? I think it's Membrino with car number 44, because he and Beaujolais are all over Glenn Griswold.
The scoring chart agrees with you, Ben, because he has the fastest lap of the race so far.
Oh, trouble! Beaujolais got crossed up. Oh!
Salva hit the wall hard.
And Joey Farino is involved. And Charland's Shark, I think it might be out of the water.
Yeah, he might be able to move it, and he does.
Wow.
But it looks like Doulard is not as fortunate. And Nick Salva, he really banged that wall hard as he wallpapered it right underneath the first Niagara sign.
Tough break for Nick Salva. He's had a roller.
It's racing. There's ups and downs. I mean, they tangled in front of me, had absolutely nowhere to go and tore the right front off it. Just a racing deal.
Joey, I'm seeing the 87 with the RH2A radios on there. Any more sponsors you want to talk about?
Oh, yeah, definitely got to thank Gino. Got to thank Kurt D'Addario's Auto Service, Steve's Auto Care, Pinto Manufacturing, Steven's Duck, and Boldeck Painting and Improvement.
There we go, up to the tower. That's Joey Farino.
Get ready to stand on the gas. Extra Mart Convenience Store racing continues. Green flag is out. And it appears again that Glenn Griswold is giving Peyton Henry a run for the money, but the youngster has become an old pro himself and holding on to the leads.
Boy, it looked like turn 2 was Cape Canaveral as Peyton Henry lifted off into the lead, and he maintains it coming down the front straightaway. A man to keep your eye on, Tony Membrino Jr., car number 44, and DJ Burnham having a good night. He is in the top 4.
Same can be said about Daniel Wesson. He's up to the top 5. And then it's Trainer in the 6th position, Jake Goff. Good comeback in 7th. And meanwhile, Aaron Goff is up to the 8th spot. And Bob Charland is in 9th. And the Shark is about to go into deep waters as out in front, Peyton Henry, still the leader of the pack, 9 laps and counting of 25.
Jeff Beaujolais is on a comeback. He got by Carlos Gray to return to the top 10. Best racing at the front as Henry is being surrounded by the combination of Glenn Griswold, Tony Membrino. Also up in the upper echelon is DJ Burnham. So they're all trying to get a piece of the 55 car.
Meanwhile, we see Membrino literally reel in on back of Glenn Griswold cars. Kind of a ball and chain type of a situation as he continues to apply the pressure. Griswold still holds on in 2nd. Caution flag is out. And we've got a scramble.
That's Mark Alkus in car number 64, who is stuck between turns 3 and 4.
And there's another car, Matt, to the bottom of that turn. We're not sure. We can't see the...
Hopefully, before the season is over, we might see him at Monday nights here at Stafford in the Wild Thing cars.
We're going to reset the field for you. Car number 60 on the inside of the front row is, of course, Glenn Griswold, the veteran. The leader has the option in the 55. Chooses to be on the outside of Peyton Henry. Row number 2, pair of black automobiles, the 44 of Membrino and Burnham. Row 3, Daniel Wesson. As we're back up and racing. And Kyle Trainer was involved in a jingle, started in the back of the pack, and he's back up among the top 6 cars.
as he is trying to put a move on Daniel Wesson, and Wesson is able to speed away from him as they swirl off the corner. Griswold getting very active, trying to get underneath Peyton Henry, but he has to worry about Tony Membrino Jr. as Membrino is trying to scamper his way around Glenn Griswold, and he is on the verge of doing that.
He looks for some clean air to the outside lane. Membrino, he brought the A game again here tonight, and that Raceworks car is looking racy. Crossover, he tries it down underneath Peyton Henry, but Peyton Henry doesn't give up. Meanwhile, further back in the field, Daniel Wesson moves in as the top 5 contender. Off the turn, back to the stripe they come. Peyton Henry still holds on, but Membrino is glued to him as they continue to battle for, make it 5 cars, contending for 1 position, and there's 11 laps to get the job done.
And here comes Membrino with a make-or-break move to the inside. Henry holding him off. They come out of turn number 4, and they roller coaster their way into turn number 1, and Henry has survived that challenge from Tony Membrino.
He certainly does make it look, well, a really easy situation that time, but now he's going to change it. Bottom shot move, going. Will it be gone? They're wheel to wheel as they come back to the stripe, and Peyton Henry just doesn't give up.
As that was a convincing move that time by Membrino, and Henry was able to hold him off. What about now? Every time Membrino comes a little closer, this time a little love tap to the back bumper, trying to open up some room, and he can't find any elbow room to get by the 55 of Henry.
Meanwhile, back up front, it is still a great battle there, and all of a sudden, Membrino tries to get a little more momentum this time, moves to the bottom, but Peyton Henry continues to hold on. They touch like 2 cymbals in an orchestra, but back to the line, still Peyton Henry, the leader of the pack.
He continues to be the brightest crayon in the box, but Membrino not far away. Membrino always has to worry about Glenn Griswold, as Griswold has come back to life. Burnham 4th, Wesson 5th, and this time maybe the easiest lap that Peyton Henry has had in the last 6, as he had plenty of a comfort zone between himself and the 44 Membrino.
No question, they work down the back straightaway. It's still a great battle going on for 3rd, 4th, and 5th as well. Peyton Henry is leading lap number 20 as he comes back to the stripe. Now, this is the situation we talked about earlier. This is normally where it would all end, but it doesn't end tonight because Extra Mart Convenience Stores puts up extra cash in an Extra D event, and Peyton Henry has 5 circuits left if he's going to secure this impressive victory, and Membrino is really giving him a workout.
And also a workout is given to Glenn Griswold. Here comes G.J. Burnham, making a bold move to the bottom, trying to knievel his way underneath that number 60 car. At the same time, Tony Membrino is going for the lead.
Oh, they touch. A little bit of a shimmy, shake, and Peyton Henry is able to shake off Membrino. 3 circuits remain. Now the battle for side-by-side racing is for 3rd, Matt. Burnham and Griswold throw a little Daniel Wesson into the mix. Peyton Henry is a mile away from his first career victory here at Stafford in 2015.
The sparks are flying for 3rd. Burnham trying to slither underneath the 60 of Griswold, and Burnham trying to clear the 60 car. Meanwhile, up at the front, will Tony Membrino get close enough on the final lap to give a scare to Peyton Henry? One more time around, the most important lap in Peyton Henry's racing career.
Down the back straightaway, kind of appropriate, red, white, and blue. All the colors of the 4th of July as Peyton Henry becomes the All-American kid to win the Extra D, Extra Mart, Extra Distance event. He will take down the impressive victory. Finishing 2nd, Tony Membrino Jr., David Burnham for 3rd, Glenn Griswold for 4th, Daniel Wesson for 5, Aaron Goff to finish in the 6th position. So there's your top 6.
Okay, thank you very much. And getting his safety gear off is Peyton Henry. Forever grateful on the back of this car. And I tell you what, that 55 car was rocking tonight as Peyton Henry gets ready to exit the 55 machine here on Extra Mart Extra D SK Light. Main event winner, here he is, Peyton Henry. He's out of the car, race fans. Peyton Henry picking up his first win in 2015. Congratulations, man. Good run in the 55. You had to fight for this one.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, that extra distance always makes you work a little bit more, you know. Those early restarts there, I got Glenn on the outside there, and, you know, I kept pushing up into him, so I got to apologize for that. But, you know, just since the opening restart there, I just took the outside, and I won another one of these races here the same way, you know, taking the outside. So one of these days I'll win one on the bottom. But got to thank Tony for the clean race in there. That was good racing with him for the win. So, I mean, it's just crazy. You know, we had a terrible month of June. You know, I don't think we finished a single race, you know, and it's just like, oh my God, it's unreal.
I know you got a lot of sponsors to thank.
Yeah, I mean, I got to thank so many people. First of all the guys who are here every week for me, you know, putting up with me the last couple of weeks. You know, we've had our problems here and there, and, you know, finally we got it turned around. So all the guys, you know, my mom, Mike, Ray, Glenn, Todd, you know, everybody who puts in work, Adam, and then, of course, all my sponsors, you know, Morrison & Johnson Automotive, Napa Talent, Anything Printed, D&D Auto Repair, and Johnson Auto Body.
There he is, folks. Peyton Henry, good run in the 55. He takes home the Extra Mart Extra D SK Light Modified main event. And we're going to go to talk to Connor Sullivan with some more drivers.
Well, here with second place, Tony Membrino. And tell you what, Tony, looks like you gave the 55 everything he could handle tonight.
Yeah, and it's funny. I was accused of having a spotter, but hey, you know what? You're leading the race. You gotta do what you do you gotta do what you gotta do to protect your spot. So, you know, I pulled alongside, gave him the thumbs up. It's not easy winning these races. It's just, I don't know. I've been penalized a little too much for stuff I really didn't do. So, we'll take second place instead of 20th. I gotta thank my father, Ed Flemke, my whole family's here. All my family, all my friends. It's unreal. Jap Membrino, the legendary guy's here. We're making good progress. We did a couple changes to the car, and I'm real happy. I got to thank my sponsors also. Additive Manufacturing, CWPM, Equipment Service, Meneely's, Hearthstone Pub, FK Rod Ends, Goodrich, Minuteman Press, Raceworks Chassis, TA Engines, Magnus Transmissions, Waddell Communications, everyone else outside in this car. It's like I said, congratulations to the 55 car, and hope the fans enjoy that, because as stressful as it was pretty fun.
Tony Membrino, second place tonight, as we'll bring in third place man tonight, DJ Burnham, as it looks like you put those 5 extra laps to good use.
Yeah, my car started out really, really tight, and dialed some rear brake to it, and towards the end there, I think got really free getting in. We just didn't hit the setup tonight. We've been struggling all day. I really got to thank my brother. He works his butt off on this car. My dad couldn't make it tonight. He puts everything he has into this thing so we can come out and be competitive every week. And my mom, my grandma, my girlfriend Jackie, Bird, Hermie, everybody that helps out in this car. Bruce Meneely, Salon Roush, Ricky from R&R Fabrication, Donnie Wood from Rad, Magnus Transmissions, Billy Williams came out tonight, and hopefully our luck is turning around here.
All right, that's DJ Burnham coming home in third position. That does it for our Extra Mart Extra D feature for the SK Lights. Don't go away. The SK Modifieds are next.